Invasion Vengeance was released on November 4th, 2016. This set radically shifted the competitive landscape, introducing both powerful archetype-specific cards as well as standalone generic cards that would become ubiquitous across multiple strategies.
In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to In Of format, and oh, this deck looks so much better than the last time we took a look at this strategy. This is Magispector Metalfoes, one of the top decks, especially in the early weeks of the In Of metagame. This deck was already incredibly popular because it was powerful in the previous metagame, and the new tools it got in Invasion Vengeance made it a force to be reckoned with. The most important of them is this one, Metalfoes Mithrilium. This card is everything for the deck. Its removal, it can target 2 Metalfoes cards in your graveyard and 1 card on the field, shuffle the targets from the graveyard back into the deck, and return the target on the field to the hand. It returns your Metalfoe cards from your graveyard to your hand, so you never run out. You can cut additional copies of counter that the deck was playing previously. And it's a combo piece as well. Returning one of your own scales to activate its soft once per turn pop effect is incredibly powerful, and when it goes to the graveyard, you're able to reborn a Metalfoes monster from your graveyard or face-up extra. This card was paired alongside a new piece of the end board in full Metalfoes Alcahest. This card has to be fusion summoned, and then once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can relinquished style, target an effect monster on the field, and equip it to this card. This card's incredible, and the ability to go into it on your opponent's turn to use its quick effect from a card like Mithrilium means that not only will you be able to activate its effect, you'll be able to activate the effect of Mithrilium to reborn a Metalfoe as well. This is enabled by the new quick play spell Full Metalfoes Fusion, which allows you to perform a fusion summon on your opponent's turn, and of course can be set just like any other Metalfoes card. The addition of these new fusion monsters vastly simplifies the deck. No longer do you have to play insane garnets in order to have a chance against some of the top strategies. You already have stuff that answers their threats in Mithrilium. What's more, you can devote more main deck space to finding cards like Gofu the Vague Shadow to go into intensely powerful Ultimaya Zolkin combos, and because cards like Metalfoes Mithrilium are so much, their applications are so far-reaching, you can shave down on the toolbox options in the extra deck and include additional targets for cards like Zolkin, like Void Ogre Dragon against back row decks, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon against monster strategies. The decks additionally become slightly more consistent because of the use of rare Metalfoes Bismagir. This individual card allows you to target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and set a Metalfoes spell trap directly from your deck like the rest of them, but it is an effect monster, and its effect is if it's destroyed, you can add, at the end of your turn, a Metalfoes from your deck to your hand, perfect for comboing with a full Metalfoes fusion using a material your opponent can't even interact with. Finally, of course, we are still playing Bunbuku, Kirin, and Luster Pendulum the Draco Slayer alongside the triple Archfiend Eccentric, still just a little too powerful to pass up. Its removal, its back row destruction, it also plays very nicely with Gofu the Vague Shadow, the 5-star tuner plus the 3-star non-tuner Pendulum, does in fact make Ignister Prominence the blasting Draco Slayer, so do with that what you will. And finally, one of the reasons that this deck looks a lot cleaner than the last time we took a peek at it is because people figured out that Metalfoes counter is actually not particularly good. It matters a lot more in Master Rule 4 when you have to add Metalfoes monsters from your face-up extra deck to your hand in order to pendulum summon them to something that's not an extra monster zone, but at the time it's actually much more important to be able to set Metalfoes combination. It's not only follow-up, it's also combo starting if you find something like an Archfiend Eccentric, a Mystical Space Typhoon, or honestly, if you're already loaded up on everything you want anyway. Just gonna give you a quick rundown of the individual cards. We've got 3 Archfiend Eccentric, 3 Gofu the Vague Shadow, 1 Luster Pendulum the Draco Slayer, triple Bunbuku, 1 Kirin, triple rare Metalfoes Bismagir, Rescue Rabbit still incredibly good, allows us to go into a 4 before we commit to anything else, Gold Driver, Silvered, Steelen, Volflame, 2 full Metalfoes Fusion. I think you could probably get away with 1, but people were a little unconvinced of that with 2 Desires in the deck, 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 Metalfoes Fusion, double Mystical Space Typhoon, double Painful Decision. These hard ones per turns are hard to play a full playset of, 1 Metalfoes Combination, a Solemn Warning, and Vanities is still legal for some ungodly reason. Because you don't use your normal summon, in the side deck you can play any number of incredibly powerful monsters monster floodgates. Denko Sekka comes to mind, as does Psyblocker. We're also on Kumungus the Sticky String Kaiju against ABC, double Maxi, double Retaliating C, double Cosmic Cyclone, and a little more ABC hate in System Down. In the extra, we're on 2 full Metalfoes Alcahest, 1 Metalfoes Adamantite. This is a critical part of the Metalfoes extra deck because you can fuse into it using a Gofu token and a Metalfoe monster, and then can immediately make Zolkin. Triple Mithrilium, 1 Orichalc, still a very powerful way to get over incredibly frustrating cards that your opponent sets. 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, 1 Ignister Prominence, 1 Zolkin, 1 Void Ogre Dragon, and then the Xyz, you've got the Castel, Utopia, and Utopia the Lightning, and 1 copy of Breaksword.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Invasion Vengeance has arrived, and so has Totally Awesome, alongside some accompanying friends in the form of the Paleozoics. Now, if you've never seen the Paleozoics before, they are a series of trap monsters, and trap monsters have had a very interesting history throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history, solely because they were never exactly good, but the concept was kind of fascinating, right? It's like a monster that is in the form of a trap, so you can sort of like summon it on your opponent's turn, but then like we sort of got hand traps in the form of like Battle Fader and the like, which like sort of did the same thing, but the neat thing about these is that the Paleozoics act as both a trap card and a monster, in so much as they actually have a trap effect when they're flipped, and then they can be special summoned from the graveyard when another trap card effect is activated. So let's take a look at a card like Paleozoic Olenoids. If you've never seen any of these cards before, they all have the ability right here that says once per chain, when a trap card is activated while this card's in your graveyard, special summon this card as a normal monster, aqua type, water, level 2, attack 1200, defense 0. This card is not treated as a trap card, and if summoned this way, it's unaffected by monster effects. Also banish it when it leaves the field. Then at the top, they have their respective trap effect when they are flipped face up. So a couple of things here. So the first effect, when we're talking about when they can be summoned, you chain that on top of a trap card being activated. So for instance, when either you or an opponent activates a trap card, you can chain Paleozoic Olenoids from your graveyard. On top of that is Chain Link 2 to allow you to then summon that card from your graveyard. So then they have their basic effect here. Olenoids is basically just MST, target a spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. We have Canadia, which is a Book of Moon, target face monster your opponent controls, changes to face down defense. Dinomicious is a Karma Cut. You target a face up on the field, discard a card, and if you do, banish it. The notable thing here is that the discard is actually not part of the cost, it's part of the effect, and that's very important because with cards like Karma Cut and like, it just differs for depending on the type of deck that you're playing, but even Dinomicious even sees play like in modern Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes, just because sometimes you need a card that can just like banish something, and there really isn't like many other cards that fill this card's role. We have Leoncolia. We were pretty desperate for Paleozoics in this build. This one, target a banished card, return it to the graveyard. That's nice to recycle some of your Paleos. You can also use it for Pod of Desire, so you get some of the stuff back in there as well. And then we're on 1 Pakaya. This is a trade-in for Paleozoics. This is one of the worst ones, but honestly, we haven't gotten the second wave of Paleozoic support yet, which I believe comes in the next set. And once we get that, there are many more Paleozoics to choose from, so this number shifts around a bit. So, what are we doing with all these Paleos? Well, since they're level 2 and they're Aqua, they pair naturally with the Frogs. We've seen Swap Frog, Dupe Frog, and Ronin Totem before, so it makes sense. And then we are able to go into an entire suite of rank 2s, the most notable being Totally Awesome. Now, if you've never seen this before, it requires 2 level 2 Aquas. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can detach a material from this card, special summon a Frog monster from your deck, and basically you're going to go for Dupe Frog every time because Dupe Frog will actually protect your board. And then after that, in addition, once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or monster effect, as a quick effect, you can send an Aqua monster from your hand or face up field to the graveyard that counts itself, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you can set it to your field, which is incredible because if your opponent's using like a strong board wipe, you then get to steal that board wipe. If they have a strong monster effect that's being activated, you get to then take that monster even though it goes face down. Next turn, you could potentially flip it up and use it for your own bidding. And if that weren't enough, if this card's sent to the graveyard, you can target a water monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So it even recycles itself as well. If you use like Swap Frog to make this, you can just get this back. That's just insane. So we've got the Frogs, we've got 2 Gamma Seal because it's a water, and sometimes we've seen out big annoying things that are difficult for this deck to naturally deal with. Things like against Joseph's deck, for instance, like Kieran and the like might be a problem, so like you could Gamma Seal that. And then we have triple Pot of Desires because like we don't need anything else in all honesty. For our other traps, we're playing 1 Compulse. I think it's still limited at this point. Triple Dimensional Barrier. This is one of the new cards out of Invasion Vengeance, and boy, get ready. You're going to be seeing a lot of this card. Dimensional Barrier is just one of the most powerful one-turn floodgates in the game, for good reason, because it just basically shuts down your opponent from being able to do anything. This was like $100 for the first like several months of its release, and for good reason, because every deck was basically running 3 of it. We're also on triple Reckless Greed, triple Solemn Strike, a Warning, double Storming Mirror Force. This is very funny because you can play a nice slow game with Paleozoic, and then if your opponent's like trying to go in for one big push, you can just storming their whole board, everything bounces back, and then you can set up like a toad afterwards, so that's pretty nice. And then we're playing one Threatening Roar and double Waboku. The nice thing about the Paleos is that you just need like one turn to set up, and then you're sort of off to the races, whether you're going for Toad or like one of the other Paleo Xyz monsters specifically. So Threatening Roar and Waboku protect your field in so much as you're able to then just get one Paleozoic or two to stick. Then next turn, you can turn that into possibly one or two Xyz monsters, depending on what the rest of your setup looks like. And they're also trapped, so we can summon all the Paleos off of them. And then we're playing one Xyz Reborn. This is very funny because we can bring back Toad with a material, which makes it live. So, you know, why not? For the extra, we're playing an ABC Dragon Buster specifically as a Cherries target. So for this matchup, it's worthless. Then we have some other rank 2s. Cat Shark and Digusto Phoenix are good for damage in the rank 2 department. Downer Magician can go over any of our rank 2s in case we need some piercing capability. Crumble Logos is just like an effect negation. Utopic Future is kind of cool because we can like take opponent's stuff. And then we have Sky Cavalry Centaria as well, as nice dealing with monsters that we can't naturally deal with. And then we have the Paleo Xyz. So Opabinia and Anomalocaris. Opabinia is sort of like what gets the deck going. Opabinia requires any 2 level 2s, which is very important. It's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, and you can activate Paleozoic traps from the hand, turning them into spells effectively, which is insane. And it's also good when you realize the next effect is that if it has a trap as Xyz material, you can detach a material to add a Paleozoic trap from your deck to your hand, and that means you can then basically fire it at will. If you search Pikaia, you now have Trade-In. If you search Olenoides, you now have MST. If you search Canadia, you now have Book of Moon. So you're able to then just sort of lightning fire your Paleozoics and sort of turbo into getting to your rank 2s a lot quicker. So this card really gets the deck online. And the finisher of the deck, Anomalocaris, requires 3 or more level 2, so he's a little bit steeper to summon, but if this guy hits the field, the game's effectively over. So once per turn, if a trap card is sent from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can activate the top card of your deck, and if it's a trap, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it to the grave. Once per turn during either player's turn, if this card has a trap card as Xyz material, you can detach its Xyz material from this card, target a card on the field, and destroy it. It's literally just detach, pop any card. Like, that is just absurd for a card to have that as an effect, and because you have 3 materials, you can use that effect 3 times. So again, when you see this guy, it's basically the end of the game. Hopefully we get to show him off because he's kind of cool. The side deck, we got Maxi, Dark Hole, Raigeki, System Down, Twin, Anti-Spell, and Wiretap. Some of these will come in, I'm sure, but we'll just see how the matchup plays out. I'm excited to show off Paleo, though. I mean, it's not like the best version of Paleo. That'll come later once we get some more cards, but it's cool to see like the origins of this deck, right? And I think it should be able to hold its own against Metalfoes Magispector, which is arguably one of the best decks of the format. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, welcome to Invasion Vengeance format. As you were saying in the previous episode, this is the format from around this time that you recall actually being a lot of fun. I remember something a little bit differently from a card that we're probably going to be discussing in this match, and I'm not looking forward to seeing for the foreseeable future, but I still think we're in for a good time. I think this is a time in Yu-Gi-Oh! That a lot of people thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. We're going to play a game today that is absolutely inconsequential because the real meat of our performance is going to be next week when we play the only good deck that was ever legal in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm super excited, though, because there's a lot of just new decks or decks that we played previously that are going to shine a lot in this next few episodes we're going to be playing here. So let's shout out to Patreon. Caleb Diller, thank you for the support. Mr. MBT, I rolled a die. Do you have the hand up?
Yeah.
I swear to you, this is factually accurate. I rolled a 2 for the level on Paleozoic.
I picked a 2 for the scales I would need.
Woo! Easy. All right. Best of luck, sir, going up against the trap deck going second.
Yeah,
but it's not impossible.
boy.
Your deck's actually kind of crazy. So we'll see.
Oh, you were just boned if I went first.
Well, I'm going to do what I did at YCS Vegas, baby. Set 5 pass. Good luck, idiot.
All right, I think anything in standby. Do we have like anti-spells
No.
main or something? I just
No.
lose immediately. Let's start with Gofu.
That's the card.
We will activate the effect of Gofu.
Get your tokens. Fine by me.
Oh, I get to pick the token, actually. Hold up, I just realized you could do this. Where's the Gofu tokens on here? Well, they never program in Gofu tokens. It's so playable. We'll use another very fair monsters tokens. All right, anything
Makes
here?
sense.
All right, we are going to link summon Sorceress. All right, we're going to go...
Sounds frightening. We're going to get to that point.
Yeah,
it's very far off.
It's
into the
not as
future.
far off as you might expect.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we're going to go Bismag. Effective Bismagir. I'm going to target one of the tokens.
No response.
All right, we're going to set a Metalfoes Fusion from our deck.
Sure.
We're going to activate Metalfoes Fusion.
Do I care about this? Probably. Nah, fuck it. You're fine.
These two, we will make Adamantite.
Nice little lad. Sure.
Anything here. Zolkin. Anything here?
You're still on the crystal wing nonsense, Joseph.
Oh, wait. We got a lot of flack for this last time. Boom.
You're fine. You may go ahead and set a card.
I will
I'm
activate
thinking
Zulkin.
here on the activation of the effect.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you had the card. I figured you wouldn't go to Zulkin if you didn't.
Yeah, no, that'd be nice.
Gotta deal with like a fucking... I imagine it's Crystal Wing. I don't know what else this deck would be summoning in all honesty. Yeah, fuck it. Go for it.
Are you ready? I'm going to grab Void Ogre Dragon.
This is actually much worse. Okay.
We are going to set Luster Pendulum. I will go Luster Pendulum. We'll grab Bismugear. Let's go Bismugear effect. We'll go Painful Decision. We're going to send Silvered for Silvered.
That's fine.
Silvered. Target Luster.
It's fine.
Set Scales. Anything here?
Did you forget to set off of Silvered?
Oh, right, yeah. It's like, oh, I guess I could if you demand it. Let's set...
I'm not happy about it, but, you know.
Anything here? Normal. Go Fusion. Draw a card. Okay, we will set 1. Let's just go to combat. We'll try to hit for 3.
3K? Like, do I care about this? Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to play around so much. I'm not, like, really doing anything. I guess I'll go to end phase and attempt to resolve the effect of Bismugear.
To add a Metalfoes monster? Yeah, sure, that's fine.
We'll grab Volflame.
Sure. We'll draw.
Draw here, we're going to go Fusion. What the fuck is going on here, buddy? We're going to make Alcahest.
Okay.
She actually goes face-up extra.
And Alcahest is just, if I recall, Thousand Eyes Restrict of sorts, but like quick effect. Anything else in draw then?
No.
We'll go standby main. Let us... Yeah, go ahead.
What the fuck? What are you up to? Standby main? Zulkin?
You have another target for this? Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this. Now is the Crystal Wing coming? That's the only logical conclusion I can think of. Sure.
I'll grab Ignister.
That is a level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro. Yeah, okay.
This is already lethal, so I feel like you'll have to do something. Let's... Fuck. I mean, I am so confused. What the heck? I don't like it. Yeah, I'll start just eating stuff. We'll go MST target this one.
That's annoying. We'll go Dimensional Barrier Call Synchro.
Oh, that's disastrous. Okay, I guess we'll Void Ogre here.
Sure. Well, I was gonna lose it anyway.
Well, I know, but if you are playing like a goddamn Mirror Force, I'm gonna get cooked. All right, let's go PS1.
Sure.
Bop. Let's go Silvered here, target Zulkin.
Silver target Zulkin, that's fine.
Let's do Bisma target Zulkin.
Sure.
Let's go Fusion.
Activating?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anything here.
Mithrilium. Nope, you're good.
Let's go Mithrilium. We'll try to bounce this one. Targeting Gold Driver, full fusion.
Gold Driver, full fusion. Shuffle back, and it shuffles mine as well.
It returns yours to the hand.
Oh, returns mine to the hand, excuse me. Yours gets shuffled back. That's fine.
Okay. Ooh. I'll draw. Or, sorry, we'll go Fusion, then I'll draw.
Yeah.
Ignister effect targeting Bismugear.
And then you just get to shuffle something. No response.
We'll do this one.
Gets shuffled, correct?
Yep. We'll go Bismugear effect. Shit, I mean...
Bismugear effect in the extra deck,
yeah.
right?
Battle?
Yep.
3.
Storming Mirror Force?
I knew it was going to be some stupid bullshit like that. I almost just didn't attack. Yeah, disastrous. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, end phase, we'll go grab a guy.
Fortunately, you're still grabbing a guy here, and I lost a couple cards in the process, but it's fine.
I think you're okay with it.
Well, we're playing Paleo, so we're gonna do what we've been doing. Go ahead.
Epic. Stand by main.
All good.
Volflame.
Gives you scales. I have no response.
PS1.
For Luster? Yeah, that's fine.
Battle. Wow.
1850? Yeah, I'm down.
Second main, I will Tribute Luster for Kieran.
That's annoying. Yeah, that's fine.
Try not to get blown out by strike here. Go ahead. Before I go end phase, we'll go Volflame target Silvered.
Sure. I am also going to warning this Kieran, too, by the way.
Sure, that's fine.
Getting combo. So I know that's combo. I don't know these two, and we're good, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll draw. I'm gonna go Reckless Greed.
No response. Yeah.
Okay. I will turn off my auto draw. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I will set 3 cards.
Don't
go ahead.
see that. Standby main combo.
Sure.
Volflame target combo.
Yes, it's fine.
Let's set a freaking fusion, Lois. Combo. We will grab Gold Driver. Okay, so the set card is like a dupe or something, and I'm just gonna get killed by the dupe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's set Gold Driver.
No response.
Let's PS2. Thoughts, prayers?
This is fine.
Fusion. We're gonna go Mithrilium, if the fates allow. Read any good books lately? There we go. Okay.
There we go. On summon of Mithrilium, I will activate Canadia.
That's fine. Fusion.
Proceed. Sure.
It was a decent draw. Normal Bunbuku.
Yikes, that is pretty good. Sure.
We will grab Bunbuku. It's just,
Okay.
they're just guys, folks. They're just guys.
They
We'll go full fusion. Let's go Myth Bunbuku for Myth. And then we'll go Myth Effect Engrave.
You really needed that other monster. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's anything here?
Nope.
Myth Effect will target the monster. Go targeting
no response.
combo and Myth.
Comes back to hand? Sure.
Well, shit. I think I'm pretty cool with this. Let's just go to combat.
Sure.
26.
Waboku.
Oh my god. Thinking here. No response.
Chain Canadian.
Response.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, I had more I wanted to do, but now I don't want to do it. So, back to you.
You also might not be able to, considering... Oh, no, you can break your own emptiness.
Yeah.
Never mind. I did not mean to pass turn. I'm sorry.
figured.
I
Yeah, I
hit
got
draw
you.
and forgot that auto draw is turned off. Yeah. Thank you. If you want to spin that around to me, appreciate you. Okay. Main phase 1. I do not draw. This is turn 1 on Reckless, and it's not looking good, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I am just going to have to pass my turn.
Okay. Stand by me.
Yep.
Myth will target this one. Oop. Liu.
Back to your cards. I will chain it. It's another Waboku.
Sure. Really hoping that that was not the case. Oh, if that third one's a Waboku, you know, it just is what it is. Do I even bother?
Now you can understand what's been going on this game.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's not a bad position to be in, if I'm being...
It's not the worst. Yeah, I just needed to actually draw cards that do things.
You're good to go.
Okay. This is my second turn on Reckless, which is not ideal, if I'm going to be honest. You can easily get another Metalfoe Engrave for Mithrilium. You got it. That was a very boring game on my end. I was just trying to actually get something going, and I could not get it.
That's the matchup.
Not exactly doing a great job showing off what Paleo is capable of over here. I could have done like something slightly differently, but like at the same time, Paleo's okay just taking the game nice and slow.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say
not
like it's completely fine to play the way you played.
I think it's. I needed to get something going. It just wasn't happening. We'll start with Desires, which is what everyone loves to see. Pot of Greed, and wow, that is like the best thing I could have asked for. We're gonna go 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6. Go ahead.
All right, if you show me anti-spell, I will concede.
I do not have anti-spell,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Fucking lord. Okay, Pot of Desires.
Okay.
Here's where I banish my Metalfoes fusion. I just need to shut my stupid fucking mouth. I just need to shut my goddamn mouth. All right, anything here?
No response.
Gofu.
That's a good one. Yep.
Let's set Bismugear. Bismugear, target the token.
It's not clean. I think I'm just gonna Olenoids now.
Snore. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
We'll go Bismugear effect here.
For end phase, that's fine.
Let's set Gold Driver. Gold Driver, target the token.
So what happens here? You get fusion. We just try for the stupid fucking Zulkin line again.
Correct.
I guess. Yeah, we're good.
All right, we are not going for fusion. We're going for full.
Because you banished the fusion.
Could have been. Let's normal eccentric here.
Interesting. Sure. That's fine.
We're going to sink.
Makes sense. What do you got? Like Scarlight?
We're making Igniter.
I guess you have Void Art. Oh, Ignister, duh. Hello. That's your normal. You still have a pen summon in you. Just let you, like, load everything up. I feel like Ignister is just going to give you, like, way too much value. I'll compulse Ignister. Chain Olenoids. He has appeared. I guess I'll put you in attack. Why not?
Let's scale Steelin.
Scales for the pendulum summon. Sure.
I mean, how much do I play around Strike? I feel like I can't afford to. We'll go Eccentric and Volflame.
Volflame in hand, huh? You're good.
Let's go Combat. Try over the Olenoids here.
I'll T-Roar.
All right, no response to that. Second main, let's go Painful Decision. We'll just grab a Volflame.
Let's get big guys.
Just large men. Back to you.
End phase, I'll Olenoids the back row, if Dueling Book ever allows me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. It is full.
Which I knew.
Then we will grab Silvered from Bisma.
With what?
Bisma.
Oh, Bisma Gears effect? End phase? Yeah, that's fine. So Silvered, Volflame are the two in hand. Cool. All right, I'll draw. Standby main.
Okay.
Well, we can get some things going here. One problem is Volflame is also just large.
He's a
so
big
I have to
man.
take care of that as well. Yes. Quite annoying to deal with, if I'm going to be honest. Let's start with Reckless.
Wow, that's just disastrous. All right, I've got nothing to chain, so go ahead.
I'll chain Olenoids, and we'll draw 2. Turn off auto draw. That is literally the best thing it could have been. Normal Swap Frog.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit easier now. We'll get rid of Ronin.
Yep.
So, as I said, this isn't terrible, but I still have to deal with the fucking Volflame, which is just annoying to deal with, but I don't think it's impossible to deal with. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to overlay all 3 of these.
Yep.
We're going to go for Anomalocaris.
Yep.
Let's go ahead. We're going to detach the Swap Frog. We'll take out Volflame.
Sure.
Just get him off the board. It was dupe. You were right not to do anything with it. We'll banish the swap for Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just make Toad.
Yep.
It's considering, like, Opabinia, if there was, like, a line there. But it's just, like, kind of awkward. So we'll just go battle. We're going to clean up.
Yeah.
And then second main, I've got a back row. And I think we're good to chuck it back.
Standby.
Your standby phase. We'll get swap. Or not swap. We'll get dupe.
Yeah.
And you may proceed.
Anything in main?
Thinking. It would be standby, technically, since you'd have turn 1 player priority. So what can you do here? You can just pen summon immediately, get Eccentric Volflame back. That allows you to, like, sort of start doing things. I'll try for it. All right, let's pop the Steelin.
Sure. Would you like to trigger Anomalocaris' effect here?
I
Spell and Trap Zone. I'm
believe
cheating.
it's only from Spell and Trap Zone.
All right. Let's scale freaking Volflame, Lois.
I guess I'll try it.
Yeah,
Get
you
rid
can
of
have
the
him.
dupe. Thank you very much.
And then you did not hit the 50-50.
I did not, unfortunately. Not much else I could do.
Although this does prevent me from summoning the Volflame, which is
Volflame, which
probably
honestly
where-
I'm, like, kind of okay with here.
What's the defense on Volflame? 2K?
2K, he's kind of chunky.
Yeah, we'll PS3.
Thinking...
Oh god, do you have like a strike?
Well, actually, before you penned,
Yeah.
when I see the Eccentric, I'm going to max C.
Sure.
It's not strike. I would have flipped that immediately, and just that would have been the end of the game. What do you go? You can go Gold Driver, Pop, get... Well, you don't have... I don't think you have Fusion. I think you banish it off Desire, so, like, your plays are limited anyway. So I'm just trying to think if there's, like, anything I should be worried about here. I'm good. Do your thing.
All right, there's nothing I can do. Full Metalfoes Fusion was the only one in the deck.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm glad I thought myself in circles for now.
Well, you know, this is the paleo experience, I will say.
I guess. It was weird. It just felt so awkward. I guess it was nice cutting off Volflame, but honestly, if you had Volflame access, I feel like I was in trouble that round.
Yeah, that was just like the least profitable desires of all time. Let's go Gofu.
Gofu 3 games in a row. Must be nice.
Not that it matters. We'll go Gofu effect. You don't have too much, you know. We'll go Silvered here. Target a token.
You should just be happy there's no Maxi. Yeah, you're good.
Let me tell you right now, I am. We'll go Fusion. Don't need that guy. Alcahest. These two to grave.
Adamante.
Main monster zone Zulkin. All right,
Yep.
bada bing. You
There he is.
know, desires.
Not bad. Banish. Oh, you already have fusion out of the deck.
Yeah,
Never mind.
right. Yeah,
Banish
that's
full
why I
Metalfoes
did it.
Fusion.
That's
Full
why I did it.
Metalfoes fusion.
Not that
Full
I don't
Metalfoes
really
fusion.
care about Full Metalfoes fusion. That's a weird sequence. Okay, let's go Metalfoes fusion. This is a very strange sequence, actually. Shit, I think the Void Ogre Dragon is just going to be offline.
He's big. There's that.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's like a lad. Scale Volflame.
Sure.
PS2.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
It doesn't, like, my whole deck is like, damn, this card's crazy. Not against you, though. Let's go. Whatever happened to Parametaphose Fusion? Yeah, we're just gonna Volflame target Eccentric.
Okay.
We'll set combo. And then we will pass.
Okay. Not ideal, but definitely. Oh, that's a pretty good card. All right, let's start with that.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Hey, you had one too. You can't complain.
I think I can. Mine didn't really work out for me, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm just overthinking this. Here, take this over your Kieran.
No, you were overthinking it, for sure.
I was. I forgot Void Ogre's not online because you have no cards in hit.
Yeah. Cool.
Fun game.
Yeah.
Fun game. Swap Frog effect. Let's get Mr. Ronin out of the deck. I'll smack you for 1,000.
I'll take it.
Second main will bounce him.
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and set. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Over to you.
Really do not like that. End step will go combo.
Makes sense to me.
Standby.
No response.
Main. All right, ready to find out why the fucking Void Ogre was offline?
Oh, that's rough. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good for you. You get more tokens. You get more searches.
Oh, joy. Okay. Let's go Volflame target combo.
Am I okay with that?
Here's hoping.
Probably not, I'm going to be honest. It's just a lot of value. One other one in hand. You'll still have Silvered. You're just chilling on this Gofu here. I'm going to go Dinomicious, target the combination. I will pitch another Dinomicious.
Anything here?
Once combination is banished, nothing here.
Let's just PS1. Look at the Kieran.
Come on, dueling book. Hey, there we go. Okay. Combination's banished. Kieran's on the field. I have no response.
Silvered target the token. Set fusion here. Let us... If I had known you were going to let me get away with it, I would have gone for one more. Let's just get Kieran in here.
2K. Am I okay with that? Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what you're going to do about it. I'll set one here and pass.
Don't like seeing that. Sure, I'll draw. Anything in standby.
No.
Main one. Swap Frog.
Sure.
Dump ourselves a Dupe Frog.
Yep.
We'll try for it. We'll banish Dupe for Ronin. Anything here?
Yeah, I'll Kieran targeting the Ronin.
I will Dimensional Barrier, call Pendulum.
Cosmic target the back row.
Sure. It's Threatening Roar. Good call. Let's get banished.
Okay.
Let's overlay.
Yep.
Probably have to go for Toad here. It's not ideal. Thankfully, you don't have Volflame.
So
So
I don't
at
really
least
have
that's
too much
nice.
going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just take out the Kieran.
I'll take two.
Second main.
Ugh.
Throw one down. And over to you.
Anything in standby?
I wonder. Yeah, we'll
I
activate.
wonder. Yep.
We'll get Mr. Doopity Doop. And while also in standby, I'm going to think. I don't think it actually makes a lick of difference. Card was drawn off the top, yes?
Yeah.
I'll roll the dice. Olinoid's the silvered.
Oh my god, you are so annoying. Holy fuck. No response.
I lost the last 50-50. Maybe I can win this one.
Yeah, no response to this.
Chain the Dynamis.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there's just no really nice way to do this, is there? Oh boy, oh boy. Normal Bunbuku. Activate the effect.
I hate how Magispector cards interact with Toad.
I bet you
It's annoying. I can negate it, but I can't destroy it, which means I don't get to take it. Yeah, get your Bunbuku search. I don't care about this.
All right, I'm gonna get Bunbuku.
Yep, makes sense to me.
All right, well, we'll scale Bunbuku, right? PS1.
Fodder, sure. I guess you can get Kieran back, yeah.
Very, very chillin'. I'm gonna go Kieran, target, Toad.
Literally doesn't even
It
matter.
literally doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. If I negate it, then I just get bounced next turn. So, like, the outcome is the same regardless. Sure.
All right. Okay. Well, shit. Didn't think I'd get this far. Ignister. Okay.
I could have done much about it.
Yeah. Let's go Ignister. Grab... Oh, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, it's so good, this Yu-Gi-Oh of mine. So you can go back to Toad because you have a swap engrave. Let us just proceed to combat.
Take out my dupe.
Yes.
I'll take 850.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, we'll do this pre-combat. I forget how this works.
I was about to say,
I was
you
like,
forgot
wow,
dupe
what a
has an
great
effect.
opportunity to hit Dinomicious. Okay. Let me see if we have targets for full flame. We do not. Okay. Let's just go Ignister Prominence. And this looks really sussy, but I think I'm actually gonna pop the full flame. No, I think I'm trying to be too cute. We'll pop the Bunbuku and we'll shuffle this guy.
There he goes. Whoop.
Combat. Now
I'll take 1650.
Yeah.
There we go. And this gets banished for its effect.
All right. Main 2. Go ahead.
All right. This will be fun. We'll draw. Metalfoes Fusion's the set.
Yeah.
You got Kieran in hand. Kieran's a 2 scale, if my memory is correct, right?
That's correct.
That's fucking annoying. Okay. You can pen back a bunch of dudes, and then I'm probably going to get cooked. I have to do something, otherwise I'm dead. So we'll go Ronin.
Yeah.
Normal dupe. And I did shuffle. This is the second time this has happened.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not even that good. Like,
It's
Toad
alright.
can't clear Ignister. So, like, it's not fantastic.
And he checks it.
You just attack over. I mean,
You have a dupe in deck, right?
yeah, I have dupe. So what? I make Toad, summon dupe. You have to Ignister to get rid of the dupe. But if you don't, then I negate with Toad, and then I steal your Ignister. But then, like, I don't know. I still don't feel like that's good enough to beat you.
Sure, I got you.
You also just need... you also have Eccentric, which you could just pen summon, and that
that's true,
checks
yeah.
Toad as well. So, like, that literally does not matter in that case. I think I just need to straight up deal with this head on. We'll go for Sky Cavalry Centauria.
Yes.
You gotta do what you gotta do. We'll activate.
No response.
We will put Ignister back in your hand.
You do take damage off this. I was like...
I do.
Is
Yeah.
850?
So I take 850 here. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, thank
Pretty sure
you
I'm
fucking
dead here.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm missing. I believe so. I also drew a 1 scale, so we'll just PS like 9.
That makes it even easier, because now you don't have to use Kieran for the scale.
Yeah. We'll go eccentric.
And that's just the end of the game. Yep, I'm just dead.
Oh.
Okay. Good game.
Yeah, yeah. Those were.
That was interesting.
They were.
That was interesting.
I gotta say, I think that in those games, I think you were doing the thing that Toad pilots early on, or Paleofrog pilots early on, were doing, which is getting really excited to play Toad. But in a lot of those game states, I was like, oh, I feel like if you just go Opabinia here, I probably just die. Like, it's really hard to figure out like how much utility you have, especially when you open Swap Frog, because despite the fact that this deck is called Paleozoic Frog, it actually makes Frog maybe 10% of turn 1 hands. Like, it almost never happens. You're just setting 5, but oh man, this is wave 1 of Paleos, right?
Right, yeah. So we're missing a lot of the Paleos because all we have access to is currently we have Olenoids, we have Canadia, we have Leoncolia, and we have Dinomicious. I think it was on one Pacaya, the traded one. I sided that shit out.
Yeah,
I hate that
awful
card.
card.
Yeah, we're missing Morella. We're missing some of the other ones that sort of help like speed the engine up a bit, and we're lacking in the paleo department. But I do agree with you. A lot of the times, and I remember this from like playing in Prague as well. Obviously, that's not like a competitive format or anything, but like Opabinia is an incredibly strong card, and multiple times I was trying to see if it was optimal. The problem was the times it was I could make it, I either didn't have a trap monster on the field, because if you don't have a trap monster, the card is terrible.
Yeah, of course.
Or in the instance of last time where I made what was it? The big 3 guy, the Anomalocaris plus the Toad. Like, that was enough to just seal the game anyway.
That was already over.
Opabinia is just such a powerful card in and of itself, and I'm really sad that I didn't get to show it off, but I was just really waiting for the right opportunity to do so. And I could have maybe sequenced some of my trap cards differently just to be able to maybe activate my Paleos a little bit more efficiently. That aside, it just didn't seem like anytime I would do that, I felt like you were very easily able to clear the Paleos because it was like your main phase 1.
Right.
So it didn't really matter all that much. That's why in these early builds you see stuff like Waboku, like Threatening Roar and the like, to actually like give you another turn. Because once you have that extra turn and you can actually start getting off to the races, you can go Opabinia, search a trap, and now you can use all your Paleos from hand. You activate that, then you can make a Toad or whatever you need to from that position, and then that sort of unlocks the entire deck. And so I didn't really get to show that off all that much, but it is something that was there. It was neat to be able to see something like Anomalocaris, just because he, like, when you see Anomalocaris, like, it basically spells the end of the game for how powerful of a card this is. The biggest issue with Anomalocaris is that he requires 3 level 2s, but it's sort of like that win more position where it's like if you have 3 level 2s to expend to make this, you're probably winning the game anyway. This kind of just like seals the deal for you. But yeah, aside from that, we've got some other like rank 2s that could come up. Daigusto Phoenix and Cat Shark for like massive damage are very cute. We have Utopic Future because we're playing an Xyz based deck. No, we have like Crumble Logos, you know, just because why not? And like Downward Magician. Yeah, they're fine. But overall, like, I think the deck was fine. It's just, you know, that's just the way it goes.
Well, yeah, no, for what it's worth, the stuff I'm talking about like pivoting onto Opabinia, gets a lot better as soon as you get Morella. Like, as soon as you get exactly 1 Paleozoic that you can activate in just like a random open game state, which is, I think, probably why they were playing Pakaya, but, you know, that one requires you to also have a guy in hand, which is disastrous. Like, it's so hard to fulfill that condition. But, like, already you can see the bones of something really powerful here. I mean, Magispector Metalfoes was one of the top decks of this format, and this is wave 1 of Paleozoic, and it's like going toe-to-toe with it. This deck would continue to evolve into kind of Paleozoic Frog as we knew it post second wave of support, and was playable the entire time as a standalone deck, as an engine in grass builds. I mean, it is just such a cool deck that is playable for so long.
Paleo with grass is just disgusting because then you just get so much value off of it. Man, I love seeing the 60 card builds that grass brings. So we're not too far off from that. Your deck, though, I mean, we've seen Magispector Metalfoe before. I think we're like basically at the peak of this deck's power, and it sort of just probably goes downhill from here, unless I'm mistaken. But it's still neat to see like how just like a few singular cards like Bismugear and the like can really just help the deck just take it up to another level to be able to compete in a format with decks like ABC and with decks like you know, all the stuff we see that YCS Anaheim, right? There is a plethora of all these powerful decks. It was like a really open format for what it was worth. I mean, there was like, what, 7 or 8 decks in that top cut that were like all viable contenders taking up multiple spots.
Magispector, of course, still remains very powerful. What you see right now is like decks kind of circling the drain in terms of like builds. When we were playing it a couple of weeks ago, like the decks were very loose, but now it's just with the release of Bismugear, 3-3-3-3-3, we're trying to use Mithrilium early and often. What an unbelievable card. I remember when these were spoiled, the big talk was all about Alkahest, which is like it's interruption. So people were like, oh my god, it's like 15 negates through 45 hand traps. This card sucks. It's only okay. Mithrilium is far and away the star of the show. Choose through back row. If you remove it, it floats into like Volflames from Graveyard. You can full Metalfoes Fusion to tag in battle phase to trigger it. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful card. Wonderful for the deck, and as a result, you get these like really svelte main decks that are playing like Gofu and a 3 of slot that post board you just board into like whatever is clever in the matchup here. Of course, Danko Seka. It's just really, really nice to be able to consistently end on you know, Zolkin plus Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, unless you're playing against a trap deck, in which case you end on Void Ogre, and then like an infinite number of Metalfoes by way of Mithrilium. It's just a lovely, lovely assemblage of 3 ofs.
Yeah, and this is just like the first, you know, episode diving into the Invasion Vengeance format. I honestly think we're going to be here for a couple of episodes because you and I are already looking at what other decks we could play, and I know you're particularly excited about one deck in particular. Let's just say this won't be the last time we're seeing Toad anytime soon. So we saw a little Toad today, but he is not only playable in Paleo Frog. I'll just tell you that. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Richard Enormous, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Jesse Wood, Valen Jackson, Chris Hood, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Indian Taisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady, Dalton, Luban Yodaban. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Cmos Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon, Shrugzix, the Crystal Beast Enthusiast, Corvain, and Grey9. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.